Hello everybody, this is Jake Narro at the Country Club of Louisiana, standing here in our practice bunker, going to provide a couple tips for you in order to help you get out of these situations when you get in them. The first thing I want to talk about is the importance of your club that you use in the sand, whether it's a 60 degree wedge, 58, 56. The important part of the club is the bounce of the club, and that's the bottom of the sole of the club, the opposite end of the leading edge. We don't want the leading edge of the club to hit the sand first. We want the bounce of the club to hit the sand first. And what that does is provides a little less resistance as the club goes through the sand instead of digging into the sand. Okay, that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to dig. We want to use the bounce. Okay, now how do we do that? We can do that in our setup. All right, first of all, for a standard bunker shot, green side bunker shot, we want to open the face of the club. And what that does is exposes the bounce a little bit more to the sand. And it makes it easier for us to get that bounce of the club onto the sand before the dig of the club. Secondly, since we are opening the face, we have to open our stance in relation to our target line, which means for us right-handers like myself, I'm just going to aim slightly left of my target. Open face, open stance. Third, we're going to lean a little left, put a little more weight on our left side, which enables us to get through the sand a little easier as well. Okay. Lastly, the most important thing is to take a swing and follow through. A good thing to do when you're in the bunker practicing is to take a practice swing and see if you can just throw sand out of the bunker onto the green. Because after all, you're not hitting the ball with your club. The sand is what's throwing the ball out of the bunker onto the green. So if you can throw sand out of the bunker onto the green, you're making a big enough swing to get that ball out there. Okay. Lastly is ball position. And how we're going to determine ball position is this. Like I just took a practice swing there, and I have that ball slightly forward in my stance. And what I'm trying to do is trying to see where my club on just my normal swing enters the sand. And then from there, I'm going to adjust my ball position. Your ball position might need to be middle of your stance. Mine needs to be slightly forward of my stance, because when I take my practice swing, I enter the sand slightly in front of I enter the sand slightly in front of middle of my stance. So I put the ball slightly forward because we're trying to hit just enough behind the ball to where we get some sand onto the green and help that ball get thrown out of here. So let's go over it real quick. First of all, bounce of the club. We got to get the bounce of the club onto the sand first. How do we do that? Open the face a little bit. Okay. Secondly, open face, open stance. We're going to open the face of the club. It promotes the ball going to the right. We need to aim left just slightly. Thirdly, we're going to put a little more weight on our left side, okay, which helps us get through the sand also. And lastly, let's find where our good ball position is. Typically, middle of your stance, at the, maybe slightly ahead. And you can do that by taking that practice. All right, let me see if I can pull this off. Opening the face, getting my stance, leaning a little left, and swinging hard enough to throw some sand onto the green. Look at that. Awesome. I'm proud of that one. That was a good shot. It went about 6 feet. I'll take that every time. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Come practice a little bit. Swing hard in the bunker, throw some sand out of it. A big key. Have a good day.